Back to the Morning Blend. Well, some experts say this could be the worst flu season in 10 years. Joining us now with some simple steps to make your home a flu-free zone is environmental health expert Dr. Ted Myatt. Good morning to you, doctor.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
Very well, thank you. We were talking earlier in the show that increased stress and I think decreased physical activity is one of the reasons that so many of us are getting sick. What do you think about that?
You know, you may have something there. You know, you definitely need to have a healthy immune system, and so decreased stress, more exercise, all those things, eating right, you know, can definitely keep your immune health up.
Let's talk about weather. A lot of people think that, you know, it's super cold here in Milwaukee right now. They think cold weather causes the flu. Is that true?
Well, that's a common misconception. You know, a lot of people for a long time figured, you know, the flu season always happens in the winter time here, so therefore there must be some linkage between cold weather and the influenza season. And what investigators like myself and many others have determined is it's less likely to be related to the cold weather and more related to relative humidity. So in addition to cold weather there in Milwaukee, you also have extremely low relative humidities in your home if you don't use something like a product here like a humidifier.
Well, yeah, let's talk about that because I can see that you have them going there. Do humidifiers increase or decrease the flu survival?
So influenza virus survives best at really low relative humidities. And those relative humidities, like I was mentioning, are what you see in the wintertime in your home. So we are interested in that and trying to think of, you know, can there be some simple things that people can do in their home? And so we were thinking about a humidifier that people can buy at the drugstore or wherever. And, you know, we investigated that to determine if a humidifier like one of these here can actually increase the relative humidity enough to make an impact in the influenza survival. And what we found was it certainly did, pretty dramatic impact. So influenza virus does not survive nearly as well at 40 to 50 to 60% relative humidity. So by increasing the relative humidity through the use of a humidifier, you do a great job of reducing influenza survival, not only on surfaces, countertops, that sort of thing, but also just in the air as well.
So you recommend a cool mist humidifier?
Yeah, I mean, there are different varieties. This one's ultrasonic here. This one's cool mist, and I think there's a warm mist over there. It's sort of a, you know, whatever you feel best with. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends cool mist humidifiers so that there's no risk of children being exposed to really hot water. But they all do the trick in terms of increasing the relative humidity in your home.
What about ultraviolet light? Will that kill the flu?
Sure. So we got a device here. This is just a little wand that has a UV light in it. So UV light, if you get the right kind of UV light, it has to be UVC. C stands for the C spectrum or C band of UV light. But UVC will inactivate viruses and bacteria. It's called the germicidal light. And it will do the trick. You have to be careful with a device like this that you actually use it properly and you're scanning the surface slowly and near the surface. So it has limited utility for, you know, if you're trying to disinfect your whole kitchen, for example, but it's maybe if you're doing sort of spots here and there, small areas, it might be beneficial.
Really quick, I've heard that a raw onion can remove flu in the air. Is that true?
Yeah, so we've heard about that too. So we got a Ron in here. So we've heard that on Facebook and other places, email, news, email letters and stuff. It's a myth, as you can imagine. It's not true. The thought was that using an onion like that can purify the air in your room. And so it's much better to use something like an air purifier that actually does a great job of removing both influenza and other contaminants in your home. Definitely much better choice than using raw onions.
Nice to have you join us on the show this morning, Doctor. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.